If you guys are in need of any grinding services, hit up my guy Rose NBA on Twitter. From domination to getting you guys a 95 plus overall hidden gem, he does it all. What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be going over talking about the 9 new explosive cards added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM today. And just kind of an interesting lock-in reward. It says the lock-in reward is an explosive collection complete event card. Now again, what does that mean? I don't know. Will we see some type of an event? Maybe. We need it in the worst way. But again, once content officially is out, I'll make a video talking about that if there is indeed one. However, in today's video, we're going to go over all these cards. And if I can look at any of their exact releases, SIGs, I will do exactly that. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf up first here. 6'1", 94 3 ball, 89 ball handle, 84 perimeter, 94 speed. Badge wise, I mean, he's not bad, but it's just, to me, it's like, I don't know how great the card truly could be. Ed Davis release, which is not great. Pro dribble style, no hot spots from 3. I mean, look, here's the thing about the event, right? Like, the problem with the event that I see is the fact that it's like, you're going to probably, if you grind the event out, get a card like this, who isn't very good. Mahmoud is really bad on this game, can't really play. Wayman Tisdale up next, 6'9", 69 3 ball, 86 ball handle, defensively solid, 86 speed is okay, 7 out of favorites, 10 on gold. I hate to break it for Tisdale, but I'm not a big fan of him either. I mean, 6'9's not bad. No hot spots from 3. I do like his jump shot. The default default swing release is solid. Basic dribble style. Only 6'9 at the 4. I just don't see where Wayman Tisdale fits, where he plays. That's the problem I see with him. And again, it's not me saying like he's horrible or can't play. I'm just trying to find where he does fit in specifically on any specific roster, because at the end of the day, we've got some good power forwards in the game. We've got some good guards in the game. I don't know where Wayman Tisdale fits. Bill Laimbeer up next, 6'11". Here's the deal. Bill Laimbeer throughout 2K's history has had a bad and slow release. This card doesn't look that bad. Outside, he's got 70 speed. Everything else about the card honestly doesn't look bad. 3 ball is okay. Defensively is okay. The 70 speed is not good whatsoever. 5 Hall of Famers is solid. 19 on gold is solid. To me, though, for Bill Laimbeer, it's just, it's a tough situation because he's got that 70 speed. Outside of that, stat-wise, Bill Laimbeer is good. Does have the Bill Laimbeer base, which, again, I don't know if I've shot with Bill Laimbeer this year. But we can go into shoot-around eventually and look exactly what the card looks like. I just don't see it being that great. Wesley Matthews, kind of went over him last night. He is going to be a really solid 3-and-D player. The 85 speed is something I wish was slightly higher, because that is the most important stat on the defensive side of the ball. Rebounding-wise, not good. Good perimeter, good steal, good 3-ball, 5 Hall of Famers. The thing with me and Wesley Matthews is badge-wise, only 14 total badges. To me, is kind of crazy. Hot spots are good. His release is on quick. Does have some things going for him for sure. I just wish he gave me slightly more. Connie Hawkins, maybe the card I'm most excited about today. 6'8" from Iowa. Maybe that's why I'm so excited about him. 86 3 ball, 95 driving, 90 ball handle, defense perfect, rebounding wise perfect, speed perfect. To me, and I don't like comparing cards to other cards, but to me, this card looks a lot like a Paolo Banchero when you're just looking at complete small forwards. Now, the DeMar DeRozan base with the Taurean Prince upper. I think the Taurean Prince upper is going to be relatively smooth. So honestly, for him, I don't think the release is going to be bad. He's got the D-book dribble style. I just think Connie Hawkins is going to be a stud. I really do. Now, again, at the end of this video, we'll go through, shoot around with all these cards that we can find, but I do like Connie Hawkins. Briefly talked about him last night, but just a complete small forward in the game. Jim Jackson, 6'6", good 3-ball. Defensively looks solid. Honestly, the more I look at Jim Jackson, and again, I talked about him a little last night, but the more I look at Jim Jackson, the more I honestly like the card. Naz Reid base seems kind of troll, but the more I look at him, the more I'm like, he dunks it well. Defensively, he's solid. Offensively, he's got a super high 3-ball. And so the more I do look at Jim Jackson, the more I'm like, yeah, this card is one of, in my opinion, the better cards in today's drop. So I like Jim Jackson. Not a whole lot of negative things that I can say about the card. Alonzo Mourning, one of your best power forward defense players in the entire game. Reminds me a lot of Dwight Howard. A little different, but reminds me a lot of what the Dwight Howard card can do. Release-wise, the Shaq base on normal is not great. Basic dribble style. But if you look at his defensive stats, I mean, everything is above a 90. Block 98, interior 97, rebounding 97, speed 90. And so, yes, I know offensively, Alonzo Mourning might not be the best card in the game. However, what he gives you defensively is over the top good. Jason Kidd, another card with his release on Clique. Pro dribble style is not the worst. The problem people have with this Jason Kidd is that 75 driving dunk. And look, I get it. That is a little bit of a problem. However, it's not enough for me to hold back on Jason Kidd. I still think this card is good enough to be hyped up, to be talked about. 16 Hall of Famers, 12 on gold. Just looks like a really solid point guard in the game. And again, as long as you don't run to the rim a ton, I think Jason Kidd is going to be one of your better point guards on the entire game. Hotspots from 4 to 5 places around the arc as well. I just think overall, Jason Kidd is one of the top point guards in the game. And then you see Grant Hill. Grant Hill, historically on this game, is really good. 6'8", 93 3 ball, 95 driving dunk, 86 ball, and defensively really solid. It's just going to come down to his release because, I mean, again, badge-wise, he's really solid. It just comes down to a 6. Are they going to be better than a guy, even like a Pink Diamond Dr. J, a Pink Diamond Paul George? I think probably not. Could hold the card back a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find all of these cards in freestyle, and I'm going to go shoot around with them because I think that is something that is important to give you guys a really good idea of what these cards are going to be like sig-wise. Because, yes, they can be great stat-wise, but if you don't like their sigs, it's going to be a little tough situation. Now, for let's start with Grant Hill. I feel like his release is just a little slow. You know, it's a weird type of release. It's not the worst. It just, to me, is a little slow. Takes a long time to get up there. I don't know. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this Grant Hill card. Obviously, the one you're going to use is going to have a higher 3 ball. I just feel like it's too slow for my liking. You know, it's going to be super easy to get a ghost contest on, stuff like that. So, yeah, defensively, Grant Hill is going to be an absolute stud, an absolute beast. But offensively, I just think, you know, that release is going to hurt him. Now, if you can figure out a way in which you can just slowly, you know, with the right stick, slowly flick up, it's going to be fine. He might just be a square shooter, though. I'm going to be honest with you because I feel like shooting with the stick with Grant Hill is not easy to do. So I'm really not a fan of the release of Grant Hill, and I want to make that known for you guys. Jason Kidd, the next card I do want to use briefly today. I just love Jason Kidd, man. And I like his release. Yes, it looks weird. 100% looks weird. But it's super easy to time, easy to green as I'm missing with it. But I think you should be able to consistently green with the card. Player build looks solid. As far as his dribble style, he's got the pro dribble style, which honestly, I can't dribble with anybody on this game anyway. So who am I to tell you guys, you know, what's a bad or good dribble style when I can't move at all, no matter who I'm using. But the best part about Jason Kidd really, truly is going to be, or one of the better things, is this leaner on quick. He's got the normal leaner, but it's on quick, so it should be easier to green with. I don't normally shoot with the stick. However, if you are one where you shoot a lot of fades with the stick, should be easy to time and easy to green. I do think Jason Kidd, when you look at his release, has a smooth release. He's going to play a lot of defense. One thing he's not going to do is dunk the ball well. So that is important to note with Jason Kidd. His ability to dunk the ball is not going to be great. But everything else about Jason Kidd, I personally do like. As far as the other cards in this drop, I mean, I can briefly go look at Alonzo Mourning to show you guys exactly what his release is going to look like. But just know Alonzo Mourning's release, it's not going to be good whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying the card's going to be bad, but this release is just not going to be ideal. Now, player build, I like. He looks a lot taller, in my opinion, than 6'10", and his player build looks good. Release-wise, honestly, if he's fresh, it's really not that bad. You can green with it. Am I saying it's perfect? No, but you absolutely can green with this Alonzo Mourning release. You give him set shooter, some of those other things. He should never miss with you. And again, I like his player build. You know, I'm not saying he's perfect, but I am saying I really do like his player build. I'm going to briefly look and see if Jim Jackson's in the game and if I can shoot with him or not. Let's see. Jim Jackson is in the game for the map. So let's go shoot with Jim Jackson quick. See what this card does look like. Because I feel like offensive stats, Jim Jackson is perfect. His release, it's weird, but it's good. You know, I'm going to tell you, it's weird, but he has that exact set point. So if you use rhythm shooter, you should never miss with Jim Jackson, because he has that exact set point of when you need to move forward on that right stick. I like Jim Jackson's release a ton. I didn't necessarily know if I would, but it's a weird release, but it's chic. I love Jim Jackson on this game. Just throwing that out there right now. Jim Jackson is going to be an absolute beast, an absolute stud of a card on this game. I'm going to see if Connie Hawkins is in the game or not. And again, there was something released about how these cards, there might be a grind or something for them. Now, I'm not saying that there for sure is going to be, but there might be, you know, and so that could be something for you guys to obviously look at. Let's see. Is Connie Hawkins on this game? I doubt he is, at least in play. Now I can't find him. Let's look and see if I can find, can I get to just the normal teams, please? Current NBA teams. Here we go. I want to see if I can find Wesley Matthews to see him and shoot around. I doubt I'll be able to find Wesley Matthews either, which just stinks. So as far as the rest of the cards, we'll have to see. Bill Laimbeer, I guess I can go to the all-time Pistons and show you guys Bill Laimbeer. But I'm just telling y'all right now, Bill Laimbeer's release is not going to be good whatsoever. I'm just throwing that out there. I feel like every year his release is horrible. This year, it might be worse than ever before. I mean, get him off my screen. It's horrible. So that's going to wrap it up for my video. I like the opals in today's drop. I like Connie Hawkins. Jim Jackson's good. I don't hate today's drop whatsoever. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.